Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm John and I paint with spray paint. So for this spray paint video I'm going to be doing a space painting with pink and purples, and I'm going to be using Montana white for this spray paint art painting. This is high gloss paint, so it's not bad. I normally use Montana gold, but I thought I'd use Montana white for this video. I'm going to be using skinny caps on this. I'm also going to be painting on a stretch canvas, and it's going to be on an easel. And for me, lid stencils for the planets, I'm going to be using these cardboard cutouts. These are just the same glossy paper that I paint on if I'm using glossy paper. So like I said, I'm going to be doing a space painting on here. Nice, easy, simple space painting. So first of all, I'm just going to add some colours on for the planets. So I think I'll do purple one first. I think I'll do one down here. So I'm not going to put the lid stencils on first. I'm just going to spray some paint on. I might do a bit of pink on this one. And what I'll be using for textures, I'm going to be using this plastic sheet. This is from a bag that I cut up, so it's easier to use. It's from a big plastic bag. I don't really know anything about them because I got them from an old workplace. They were going to chuck them in a skip, so I took them, asked for them, and he said I could take them. So if you're wondering where you can get them from, I don't know where I get any more from or anything when I run out. So I'll just crunch it up a bit. The light rub, pull it off, give you some nice texture like that. Let's do some highlights first, bit of white, some black, and then do one round here. Not really sure how it's going to look, this one. I haven't really planned it. I just thought I'd try the camera now and go live, see what it's like. So as you can see, using the skinny cap, it doesn't really let much paint out when you're spraying, so it doesn't really, you don't use as much paint either, so your cans last longer. So for this one, I'm just going to crunch it up differently, so you get different pattern in it, in your plastic. Just place it on. Give it a light rub, and then pull it off. Back to the highlights and the shadows. I'll do one up here. Most of the time I'd put my lid stencils on first so I can see where the planets are going to go. But for this one I thought I'd just put the colours on first, and I can put the lid stencils on after. So for this one, I'm going to fold it like this. So I'm using the same material, but folding it or creasing it in a different way. You can make different textures on your planets. This works for any material, like magazine paper or anything like that. So I'll turn it again like that. So you get some different texture, so it's like a swirl on that planet. Right, so we got them 3 planets. I'll add another one. Try add now this one. I'm gonna add I've got a bit of blue here. I might just put a bit of blue in that, this one up here. Blue here. bit of purple, bit of pink, bit of that colour there. Just add any colours you want really. A bit of black there. This one, I'm going to do the same, like I crease it up. I'm not sure whether it will work because I've never done this on the canvas, but I'm just going to slide it off. And try it again like that. Just pull the plastic bag down. Just trial and error when you're doing things. Try it if it works. Works. If it doesn't, try a different technique. So I quite like that. So we'll go to highlights and shadows. I'm going to put a bit of lilac on it. And a bit of white. And some black. So while these are still drying, I'll just run through what I'm using. So like I said, I'm using Montana White, synthetic spray paint and a high gloss. This one is Night Blue I'm using Ancient White, I'm using Just Black, I'm using Sweet Violet, I'm using Lounge, I've got Phantom, I've got Fuchsia, King's Purple, and the last one is Pig. So they're the colours I'm using for this. Like I said, I've got these skinny caps on them, which lets a lot less paint out than say if you're using a fat cap, and the cans last a bit longer because you're not wasting paint, especially when you're doing a black background. It doesn't let out too much paint so you don't waste it all. So I'll do the small one first. I'll leave that one till last, just give it a bit more to dry. So I'll do this one first. This was the first one that I sprayed, so this should be pretty dry. So all I'll do is place some magnets on, like that. And the lid stencil's in place, so you don't have to worry about holding them or anything. So that one's on. Just put another one there. That should be alright, I think. Let me just move that one across. Oh, that should be alright there. If you've seen a previous video of a month or two back when I did the first one on an easel, I had to hold the lid stencil in place like that. So after a bit of a thought and that, I come up with this technique. An easy way of doing it, because I'm quite enjoying painting on an easel like this, quite liking it. So I'm just going to spray a bit more than I normally would on here so it stays wet a bit. I know what I could have done. Well, I'll do it like this. So I'll do that. A bit of King's Purple like that. Just be careful when you're spraying by your stencils. You get no leaking under it. So I like that. Put a bit more there. So I quite like how that's looking. So we'll get the black. We'll just cover this area first so it stops wet. You can fill the rest of it in a minute once you've done all this. So as you can see, using the skinny cap, it doesn't let much paint out. So this is where it takes time doing things. So if you had a fat cap, this would have been covered by now. But like I said, using a skinny cap or something, you're not using much paint or anything. So you can save on paint. So I'm going to use this to do the bag again, to do a bit of a galaxy. And all we'll do is we're just going to place it on, give it a rub and pull it off. There's no need to rush when you're doing it, just take your time. So I'll chuck that down there because that's a bit too much paint on there. So get another piece. And I'm just going to do the edges down there where it's not showing up as much. So I quite like that colour combination, quite like that. Looks nice, quite nice, like it. Yeah, I'll leave that like that. So now what you can do is, we'll get the black and we'll go up here. Just spray around there, make it a bit lighter. See, because I'm taking my time, these stencils are stopping on a lot longer than normal, than they would normally. I might just put some here, I think. Yeah, let's just put some. Yeah, just put a purple one or something here. I think I might just put it to a bit of pig in the middle. Now I might go a bit of blue here, change it up a bit. That can like fade in. So get a bit of black. And also what you've got to watch out is when you're doing it like this, it's not spraying too much paint out. So it doesn't run off. As you can see, it's running there a bit, but because I'm pulling it off to make some texture, it's alright. So just place it on. I'll just have this so it disappears a bit. What I'll do, I'll just try and fade that out a bit, so it's a nice mist. So when you're misting, all you want to do is press the cap down pretty light. And there's no harm in when you're painting, just to go back and step away from your painting and have a look what it's looking like. We've got a bit of mist there. Put a bit of blue here. Not really sure you can see it because it's like a dark blue on the black background. So in fact, what shall I do? I might just put a bit of purple in there as well. Quite like that, so I might add a bit of pink up there, so it looks like there's a bit of colour there. A bit of colour up here. Go with it. So it breaks the black up a bit. I think I quite like that background. So now what I'll do is add some stars using the white. So what I'll do is spray it on the finger, on your fingers, so you get some paint on it like that. And then what you want to do is you want to flick it away from the painting a couple of times before flicking the rest onto the painting. That way you won't get big white blobs all on your painting. So spray it on, flick it away, and we'll just flick some stars on. So I think that'll do for stars. I'm quite liking that. So like I said, these were held on by magnets, but you can tell they'll be a bit stuck because they're going to sit there. So you can tell that the paint was a bit wet, or wasn't slightly dry, because don't forget you've got a lot of pressure between this on the card. So I'll take this one off. And then just take your time when you're lifting them. So that's the first one. That's the second one. I got my paling knife so I can get it underneath these. But just be careful when you're lifting them. So we got that one, and then I'll go behind the back. So this one this one is stuck. Didn't let it dry long enough. So just take your time. If you get it stuck like this. So like I said, I'm going to be putting a colourful star here, I think. Just to show you why I'm live. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use these star stencils. These are just bits of card with holes coming, different size holes. So you can make like a colourful star. And what we'll do is we'll use a big one first. What you want to do is you want to hold this stencil about 4 to 6 inches away from your painting. And what we're going to do is we're going to spray the paint through there. So it gives you a nice dot there. And then what we'll do is we'll move on to the next one. And for this one, I'm going to use a fuchsia, the pink. So when you line this one up in the middle, get a bit closer. So then you still got the purple on the outside, and the pink in the middle. And then I'll add a bit of pig. So then we go to the last one, this one, the last star stencil. We do the same, try and line it up in the middle and be a bit closer. But what you want to do when you're making these stars, these lines, you want to spray the paint here in the middle of the scraper. Don't spray the paint down at the canvas, you want to spray it here because the overspray will make your lines. So place it back on here now. And then just going to spray. So as you can see, most of it painted the scraper there, and it was just the overspray that produced a line there. I think it gives you a nice neat line like that. So we'll go the other way. So put it in the middle. So just take your time, like I said. When you're painting, there's no rush. But I don't mind. I'll do the last one, and I'll show you now this. I'll show you this crisscross now. So I'm not sure whether you can see it, but where the lines have all crossed and the paint was wet in the middle, it's left like a star shape. So to avoid that, all you have to do is leave the paint to dry. So we'll get the white again. You could put a bit of colour in there, but and all I'm going to do is, so with this, you just get it and you line it up where all the lines go over. And we'll just give it a small dot. Not too much. So the last thing I'm going to do is, I think I'll just do a couple of smaller stars, a couple of small coloured stars. So I'm going to, not many, you can do them like this. So what you can do is you can get a smaller star stencil and you can hold it about 6 inches away because you want like a bit of a glow to it. So you can get like a bit of a glow there. I'm going to put one up here. Like that. Just put a bit more in this purple one, make it a bit like that. And then just do this pink just to show you. So lightly press your cap, spray it through. And then what you could do is you could get it and you can put a white centre in it. And also you can use this just on its own, so you could like put a few white stars here and there, a few around this galaxy, one up here. Up to you how much you put in your painting star wise. I quite like stars, so I quite like adding them. I'll just put one there. So I quite like how that's turned out. So I'm just going to sign it here in this bottom corner. So just back and forward and move up as you're doing it. And the more layers of clear coat you put on, the shinier the painting will be, the more glossy it will be. So then guys, thank you for stopping by and watching me paint this space painting. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something from it. If you're a new visitor to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, it'd be very much appreciated. And once again, thank you for stopping by and watching. I hope to see you all in the next spray paint art video. Have a great day, take care and bye for now.